This has been Strictly Ball Business.
Strictly ball business.
Strictly ball business.
I like that video.
Shit.
Pelicans. We touched on them earlier. We talked about how they're one of our favorite young teams. We think they're going to be great. But this year, not that there's a massive amount of pressure on them, but these guys got to be good. They've made all these trades. The front office has done it all. Who has more pressure on them? Is it Zion or is it Willie Green?
I think it's Willie Green. I think. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. I think it's Zion. I don't think Willie Green has the pressure. I don't know why I came out so strong like that. Zion has more pressure because he's the one that has only played in at most 65 games in a season. He missed all of last season, and he's the player ultimately. Willie Green helped his team get to the playoffs last year. Without Zion, and people are giving him a ton of credit because it was his first year. He's young, and I mean, it was really impressive. They had a really great series with the Suns too, so it was like hard not to be impressed. Zion's got the pressure because if he gets injured again, I mean, he's gonna get clowned. If he has a bad season, he's gonna get clowned even worse. But I don't really foresee that happening. I mean, I think he's going to have a fantastic season personally. I think he's going to come back strong. He's been clearly working out hard in the offseason. Looks like he's cut down on weight. So I'm looking forward to a great season this year. I think he's only going to take the pressure in stride. And I think he's going to, help it push him to more success.
No, yeah, 100% agree. Just in case you were looking for the stats, Zion has missed he's only played 36% of the games in the last 3 years. 24 games his rookie season, 61 games his second season. Obviously didn't play last season. This guy's got to play. He's got to get in there. I mean, the front office it's arguable. I mean, the Nets probably did more, but what front office has done? This is probably the best the Pelicans front office has ever done to fit around a star. Valanciunas, all-star caliber type player. You can expect 15 to 20 points a game out of him. They get CJ McCollum, who's one of the Cinderella stories that never going to become an all-star, but always has all-star numbers. They get guys like Devontae Graham, who's one of the best six-man. They get Larry Nance, who's wonderful. I mean, they find steals like Herb Jones and Alvarado. They've done such a great job to build around Zion. For a guy who has barely played for them, they've built a team around him.
Yeah, so, they've been building around the guy who's been hurt. It's so it's I've just not seen something like it. Like sure, Joel Embiid, when he got hurt, they were still drafting players, but it didn't feel like they were building around Joel Embiid. I mean, they drafted Jahlil Okafor and Nerlens Noel as well. So, hard to say they were building there, but clearly with the Pelicans, every move is to make sure it makes sense with Zion on the team.
Exactly. And there's all that tension, what was that at the beginning of last season where they're like, oh, does Zion want to leave? And they're like, no, we'll do everything for Zion.
Anything possible.
So this guy,
family members.
Yep.
Have a buffet in the locker room.
A buffet. They even tried to trade for RJ and Cam just to make him happy. So it's out there. They've done their job. That's it. They're like, we've done ours. Zion, go do it. And it's not even just to stay healthy. I'll throw it back to the Celtics 2-3 years ago when they had so much talent, and they're like, all right, Kyrie, we put all these young guys who developed, all of them are good. And he didn't help the team when he came back. They were worse with him.
Yeah.
So that's a huge, I'm not saying Zion will make them worse. I'm just saying he's got to make it work. He's got to make the team work. He's got to fit in the team they built. Granted, the team is made to fit around him, but he's got to cooperate. He's got to get in there. I'm not saying he won't, not saying he's a huge personality or anything, but it's harder than it seems to jump into a team that's already had success.
No, I feel that, but I think that's also part of the reason why you didn't bring him in last season at the end of the year, and you didn't bring him in during the playoffs, because it would have felt weird. There was potential for him to get hurt. You might as well wait the offseason out. You come into this year, it's like you got a fresh squad. You start over again. Everybody loves Zion. They want to play around him. And I think he doesn't really need the ball in his hands to be dominant, because you can pass it to him as he's driving to the rock. He can get rebounds. He's a force himself, and he'll find his opportunity.
Right. I mean, 61% from the field his last season he played. That's insane. Off 27 a game. That's 61%. Like, the talent's there. We know he's good. We've seen it. We know he's there. Just whether he can stay on the court and whether he can fit into the team he's had. Like, very clearly, I think CJ McCollum's the leader on the court. He's just the vet. He's definitely experienced the most. Valanciunas is there, but like obviously Brandon Ingram and Zion are going to follow after him. I can't think of like a better leader for this team. I mean, maybe Chris Paul, but like you can't say you can't just expect Chris Paul every time you have a young core, you know. So Chris Paul, CJ McCollum's great, president of the Player Association now. So
yeah, I think CJ McCollum's added a ton to this team, and I'm excited to see what they do this upcoming year. I think it's a possibility they could even finish top 4 this season. You know, we talked about them earlier, finishing top 4 in 5 years, but the Pelicans have the talent to do it now, if everything clicks.
Yeah, I think they certainly have the talent. I don't think they will. They can. It's in their ceiling to do that well. I think it's going to take a while to mesh. I don't think they're going to come out and do really well right away. I think they're going to be one of those teams just like the Celtics were this year, where they're going to struggle. They got to get a system under them, and then once they figure it out, they figured it out, and they're going to take off. I think they're going to make more noise in the playoffs this year than they will in the regular season.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I think we'll see what happens in the end. Really excited to hopefully see Zion be healthy. So lots of pressure on him, but we're excited.
Hey guys, only balls, only all the time. Like and subscribe to the video. We want to keep making videos for you guys. Tell us what you want us to hear. Wait, yeah.